So good morning and welcome everyone. My name is Jackie. Today's session we will be just working on the energy channels, and everything in life is energy. So we'll be bringing a little bit of balance and opening up the spine. This really helps to relax the nervous system and just bring you into that sort of calmer state. Quite nice to do in the morning if you're sitting at your chair before you start your work, or before you even get out of bed. As soon as your feet hit the floor, this little routine can be very beneficial. This will take us very nicely then into the second part of today's practice, a little bit of sound, so sound meditation. So find yourself in that comfortable position, again sitting in your seat, on your chair, your couch, or on a cushion. Take a moment or two just to get comfortable. Maybe your hands are down on the knees, and we'll just take a moment just to kind of shift our weight. Feel the connection as we unite the connection of earth, so we can feel them on our seating bones, or maybe if you're sitting in a chair, your feet. And then the connection up to the sky, the cosmos. So imagine that you have a piece of string, just kind of allowing the spine to lengthen, but not regimented where you're tensed in the spine. Allow the shoulders just to float. There's a little gap between the armpits, so we're not clumped in and all stressed. And that's why holding onto the knees, if you're sitting, can feel quite nice. Giving that little bit of space as we take a moment or two just to feel the breath going up and down the spine. So the first energy center in Qigong is the lower dantian, and this is known as your hara, your energy center. And by drawing up the energy from Mother Earth, this will then draw the energy up to your heart center, middle dantian, and your upper dantian in between the eyebrows. But initially we need to get the energy in here. Also, for those that do yoga, we'll be working on the microcosmic center by placing the tongue on the roof of the mouth, and this opens up that energy line up the back of the spine and down the front of the body. And this is that Ru and Ren lines. In yoga, again, it's that root lock. So as we take a moment or two just to place the tongue on the roof of the mouth, just to open up that energy channel, up the back of the spine and down. And again, you can maybe even take the breath, you can close the eyes down. Every so often on that exhale, you might need a sigh or a yawn. Just feeling into that lengthening, that space, and that connection at the bottom as you let go. Now making two little fists, but we're going to imagine we're holding two little birdies in the palms of our hands. And this is called spinal cord breathing. As we'll just take the hands slightly out, we will then just slightly rock forward and backwards. So we will draw in the elbows as we exhale and drop the head down, and we'll feel that root lock connection. And as we inhale, we'll slowly look up and place the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Exhale, round down. So you'll feel your spine again, your tailbone tucking under, and then lengthening, and that little cosmic smile, that inner smile, let it shine out, curling in. And again, about 9 rounds of these first thing in the morning. Again, you could be just sat at the edge of your bed before you even step out into the busyness of your day. And again, you may feel the creaking, the cranking, the popping, just opening up, sending that lovely signal to the nervous system. It's a lovely way to invigorate the nervous system and prepare the body for meditation. If that's in your morning routine, or you're maybe sitting for a few moments and then writing your gratitude list. Then gently relax the hands down and just feel into that energy that you've already created. Maybe the hands are tingling, or you're feeling that energy up and down the spine. Remember, there's no kind of right or wrong way to do Qigong. It's just tuning in and connecting with nature, the elements. And next we're going to do the wave as we drop the chin down and we draw the head up. And again, that spiraling wave-like movement. Or maybe you're envisaging that you're that little turtle popping its head out and drawing yourself back. And forward. And back. Very water-like, effortless effort. Opening up the spine. Again, not overthinking it, not over trying it, just let it flow. Flow like water. Remember, water is very strong and resilient, can cut through rock. And then gently take a moment to pause. Again, just feeling into that expansion and contraction of the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Now we're going to imagine that we're a little bit of seaweed on the bottom of this beautiful Caribbean Sea. Now as we start to sway side to side, so our seating bones are rooted into that sand and the waves of the current just sliding you side to side. Let the ribs just go, let the shoulders, the neck and head, let it feel smooth and water-like for you. Again, often just feeling that space, those creaks, those cranks coming out, coming up to the surface. And then gently pause. Just again notice how that felt in the spine, just moving it side to side. Now we're going to bring a little bit of side stretch and a twist in. So reach your right arm up and then gently just take an exhale breath. Reach slightly out and exhale slightly in. Reaching slightly out and then exhale, hold here and just take a moment just to feel into the side body. You could be holding into the bed if you were sitting at the edge of the bed or your couch, or a book if you are struggling to touch down. Taking a breath in now, we're going to twist, cupping that top hand to the outer edge of that front knee and just gently start the rotation twist, look behind. Again, soften down. Maybe again you're feeling the root lock, tongue on the roof of the mouth. And then as you exhale, let the tongue drop and take a little smile. Imagine that you're smiling at a loved one behind you. Breathing in. And we're going to slowly unspiral and come back to center. It's like a corkscrew effect. Nice and slowly. And again, you might just shift and release. When you're ready, take your left hand up, breath in, breathe in, and exhale to the side. Inhale, slightly release out, and exhale. Remember, our spine is like that telephone pole, taking all the information up to the nervous system. So just opening up any blockages, allowing those signals to get through. Breathe in, and then when you're ready, take your exhale and twist. Again, connecting with that inner smile. And then slowly release, coming back to center. Now we're going to prepare for the second part of our practice, a little bit of sound. There's many benefits for sound, but maybe today just enjoy, let the waves of sounds just wash over you. You may sit, you may lie down, something under your knees. You may roll into fetus position, whatever feels comfortable. You don't have to be pinned down to enjoy the sound meditation. So I'll give you a moment or two just to get yourself comfortable. I'm going to change the screen so you can just enjoy. So, finding that comfortable position, taking a nice deep breath in, hold the breath at the top, and as you exhale, let it out. Taking a nice deep breath in, hold it at the top, and exhale, sigh it out. Leaving with Mother Earth what's not needed in the body and mind. Take your one more breath in, holding at the top, and exhale. As you lie back and relax, setting an intention for your sound meditation. Maybe something is puzzling you. Maybe you'd like to work with an affirmation. Just bring something to mind that you'd like to ask the gong for help with. Allow the waves just to wash over you. Maybe you're fully awake, alert, or allow yourself to drift off. Be comforted you're in a safe space, a held space.
As we take a few moments just to let the vibration to start to settle, to slow down. Maybe noticing how you're feeling right now. Maybe you were fully awake, fully alert, or maybe you drifted off somewhere. As you just start to bring a little bit of movement in, maybe a little lick of lips. And the great thing about doing this at home is you can just relax. You've got no meetings and you can just relax and take your time. And again, a slow turn of head. A gentle hug in of knees and give yourself a big hug. You can roll on your side. Some of you may decide just to stay right where you are and just really hold in to that wonderful feeling of calm. Maybe you might decide to just stay seated for a few minutes. Maybe something came up. Maybe a bit of journaling or your gratitude list, and just dump it on paper. Coming back to what you asked the gongs for at the beginning, maybe placing right hand on heart, left hand on belly, and just repeating that question. Now hopefully you have the answer, or that affirmation or prayer. Repeating it now 3 times. And then just take a moment just to give yourself that feeling of gratitude for making some time for yourself today. Time away to de-hunch from your desk, from all your work, or just switch off the mind. So it's a really lovely way of bringing a little bit of mindfulness in. I'm Jackie. Thank you so much for joining me today.